Rochester Riverwalk. And so, Dave, we've been working with you guys for about a year or so, and you got some exciting stuff that you want to share with us. So, go ahead.
Just to start with, my name is David Walker. I'm the current chairman of the Riverwalk Committee. I was the former mayor of Rochester and been on the city council forever. My passion is Rochester. And when the mills all died out, the downtown area started dying. And this whole initiative that we started in 2005 was to bring life back to the city. Because when you bring life back to the city core, the downtown area, the whole community benefits. So one of the things we did, we have the Chico River that runs right through the heart of the downtown area. And it is the most untapped asset the city of Rochester has. So what we want to do is we want to connect from one end of the city, the northern end, to the fairgrounds in the south, and try to make it so everybody can move around. So what I'm going to take you through is where this Riverwalk Committee was, where we are today, and where we want to be. So the next slide, please. The past projects that we put a canoe launch in the north end, where we have Hanson Pines, which is an area where we have natural paths. And we put a canoe launch in so people could start enjoying the river more with canoes and kayaks and things. That was a big hit. Another thing that we did was Duval Park. Duval Park, in the 1920s and 30s, was named after a doctor that lived in the neighborhood, the old Frenchtown neighborhood. And it got destroyed with all the development in the city when the city started booming. So what we did is we brought back Duval Park and we reconstructed it in approximately the same area, put a nice fountain in and flowers, and overlooks the river and the old stone bridge. That was a pretty big hit as well. Next slide, please. The current projects we want to do, in Hanson Pines, we have a lot of benches and along the paths that were run down and been graffitied and everything else. So we're repairing all the park benches, cleaning them up, repainting them, or replacing whatever damages has been there. The other thing we do educational walks through the pines and along the river to get people to learn about our history of that river. Not many people really know about it. And one of our big projects is the overlook. So what we want to do is we want to put a 36-foot diameter platform right on top of the dam. You look one way, you're looking up the river, and you're seeing the historic stone bridge. You look the other way, you're looking down the sluiceway of the dam, and you see a nice church steeple in the background. So it's going to be hopefully a very big attraction. We're originally thinking about putting it as an extension of Duval Park, and hopefully that comes about. We have ARPA funds that we applied for, and hopefully we get that done, started this year anyway. Riverwalk dinners we have in September as a way to get awareness out to the community and promote the Riverwalk in general. Next slide, please. Where we want to go. What we want to do is we want an amphitheater. We're going to put an amphitheater right in the middle of the downtown area where we can have public music, public plays, a gathering space in the middle of the downtown to make Rochester a destination again. You get more people in the downtown area, everybody benefits. What we need for the Riverwalk, which extends about 2 or 3 miles, we're going to need some bridge connections, approximately 4 of them, to go back and forth across the river to points of contact on everything. One to the Duval Park area, one to the Intervale, and just cross it until we connect to the Rochester Fairgrounds. We have been contacted by Farmington, our town to the north of us, and they would like to connect downtown Farmington with downtown Rochester. Now we have an old railway bed that has been converted into a path. So we're going to work on that and connect Farmington with Rochester. So we have to work with the state for a crossing of Route 11, but we'll get there eventually. We have been contacted by Barrington, which is a small town to the west of us, and we'd like to connect to Barrington from Rochester. So we're looking and Dover, if they're interested. We're looking to get connections to people. And we've also revised our master plan for the 24 CIP, which just passed, to get the design for the amphitheater. Next slide, please. Bringing awareness. What we like to do is bring awareness to everybody about the river and the Riverwalk. And at the Lilac City Fun Festival, which is in 2 weeks, we'll have a large gathering of people for fun, and we'll have a table there, and we'll promote the Riverwalk. Riverwalk dinners, like I mentioned before, we have them on the side next to the river, brings awareness and brings people together, along with the educational walks, which is the whole breadth of the riverbank. Next slide. Partnerships. We work with the Sunshine Initiative lately. We're trying to promote and give us ideas on what we need to do to get funding. So we're working very closely with them to try to, and hope to get some funding soon for bigger parts for our project. We work with the Rochester Recreation Department, the Planning Department, and Rochester Main Street, because Main Street and us, we work hand in hand to try to promote the downtown area. Additionally, we're working with Stratford Regional Planning Commission, and we're on their SEDS list. So we're looking for funding opportunities from them. And next slide, I think that might be it. That is it. So that's the Rochester Riverwalk in a nutshell, and entertain any questions at the end.